Arizona City as the backdrop for his debut novel. Brad Graber is here to tell us about his book, The Intersect. Brad, thank you so much for stopping in with us.
Well, thank you so much for having me today. I really appreciate it.
And the city that I was speaking of happens to be Phoenix.
Correct.
What made you decide to use Phoenix kind of as your backdrop for it?
Well, you know, I moved here from the Bay Area, and when I arrived in Phoenix, I was stopped in the Costco parking lot, and somebody said to me immediately, "What are you doing here in Phoenix from the Bay Area?" And when I left the Bay Area, everybody said, "How could you go to Phoenix?" And so I really just wanted to write a book about how terrific the people in Phoenix and Arizona are. It's a friendly, amazing place, and this is kind of my opportunity to do that.
Well, that was we obviously think that's a great idea. We do think people in Arizona are pretty awesome. Now, as far as the book itself, you have a lot of different characters in there.
Sure do.
Kind of tell me about the characters, or I know I was already picking your brain asking if these were people that you already knew, but kind of give me an understanding of these characters.
Sure. Well, there are quite a few characters. We have Daisy, who's a 70-year-old female living independently who breaks her hip and suddenly discovers that she's part of the healthcare system and all the challenges that that faces. We've got Ernie, who's a successful businessman who is undocumented. He was brought over as a child from Mexico, who is suddenly arrested and deported. We have Anna, who's a psychic, because in Phoenix, every corner we have a psychic. And then we have Jack and Enid, who relocate from Michigan. They're a couple who are retiring and going through a transition. Charlie and Dave from the Bay Area. They come for a new job and discover, well, that isn't kind of the job that they like. And then we have Henry, who's a homeless teenager out on the street. So all of their lives are going to weave together in this wonderful story and really brings it home to why Phoenix is such a terrific place to live.
So you would kind of say they intersect with one another.
Yes, they intersect. That's a good name for a title.
That's a good name for the book. You should totally take that from me.
I really need to think about that.
And you did say that Daisy is kind of turned out to be one of the more popular characters.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's something about an older woman with a great deal of life story behind her that really has captured the interest of the readers. They want to know about her life. They want to know about her experience. She brings a lot of wisdom to the book, and I'm really proud to be able to bring that kind of a character to fiction today.
Now, because we have so many different characters with so many different backgrounds, the subject matter is kind of very diverse, everything from homelessness to elder abuse. What made you want to cover so many different topics?
Well, I think that I want to write what I want to read, and these are really the issues that we're facing today in our society. And I think it's important, while it's an enjoyable read, and it is, and there's love in there, and there's romance, and there's lots of mystery, there's still a need to touch on these subjects and really put people in the shoes of characters going through that kind of a challenge. So I think that makes an interesting tension in the book.
Now, do you think there's maybe one key lesson to be learned from the book?
I think that kindness really does the trick, and being kind to the people around us is really important. I talk a lot about strangers, people who don't really know each other, at a crossroads, reaching out and making a connection, and how that really carries the day. So I think it's important to be aware of the fact that there are a lot of people around us who may need our help. And so reaching out is an important thing to do.
Well, now that we have this book, it's done, it's on the shelves, it's ready for people to read. Are you already thinking about future projects?
I am, and I'm currently working on my second novel. It's called The Season of the Caterpillar. It's a story of an adolescent girl being raised by her grandmother who goes on a journey to discover her true family background. So
wow.
It's going to be interesting.
And so we know that this book is out. We have something to look forward to. And of course, people can get this book. And I know you have something special for everyone that can go to your website.
Yes, we do. We're giving away a signed copy, and I'll just hold this up,
yep.
A signed copy of The Intersect, and we're giving away with it a $25 Amazon gift card. And we'll be collecting, if you go to my website and sign on, give me your name and address, we'll be doing a selection of one wonderful lucky viewer will get a chance to win that. So we're looking forward to that. Please go ahead and do that.
Yes, I'll remind everybody about that one more time, but I'm sure the website is a great way to keep up with what you do in the future as well. But Brad, thank you so much for coming and sitting with me.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a joy.
Oh, absolutely. Now, again, if you can enter for a chance to win a signed copy of the Intersect and a $25 Amazon gift card by visiting bradgraber.com and clicking on that Morning Blend logo that we saw there.